Welcome back to Tao Twang. I'm Dave. Got a fun one today. It's in G. We got three things that everything that happened in that intro can be put into one of three buckets: G major pentatonic, G major scale, or, and really this is just more of the same, but some of the double stop stuff, some of the just a couple of the licks like that I'll show you. So that's what we're going to cover here in the next, 7 or 8 minutes. We're in G, and I played the chords there the last time around on the intro, but it's G, A minor, the 2 chord minor, C, and D, the 4 and the 5, both major. So I'm just playing triads in that backing track, and I'll have several minutes of that track for you to jam over at the end of this. So let's jump right in here. Bucket number 1 is G major pentatonic. Okay. Now, well, let me show you. I think everything I did, I limited it to this neighborhood. Okay. Now notice I started on the didn't start on the G. I didn't just go down and you can, that's fine. But, sort of like up here when I'm using this as kind of the home base of the whole G blues thing, right? That part of this feel of the solo, right? So that's kind of my pivot for that root on G. So see how I got that other note here, E. The note's actually E. Okay, so it's the 6th. It's one of those pentatonic notes for G. G major pentatonic. 5 notes. Root, 2, 3, 5, 6. That's a great note. There's your 5th, right? So, just set yourself up. Here's a good little if this doesn't, you know, is this you don't recognize this right away, kind of stop what you're doing and get this little pattern right here. Okay. That country thing. I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm playing disco or Beethoven. It still sounds like that. Right? You don't have to do that. Okay. But that's just kind of, a natural thing that's right there. So that little pattern. All right. Let's just check that out. Take your time, Play the chords a couple times if you want, get in the groove. There's that little box. Okay. Bucket number 2, the G major scale. Immediately mix it in with what you've already established, right? The pentatonic. All right. Now, there's a little pattern, right? Let me show that to you because that's a good way to, sometimes you're like, I'm just playing the scale, Practice little patterns like this that have either a couplet or a triplet feel. Doesn't matter where you started in that scale. Kind of that C cage shape is where I'm playing the scale. And then I'm filling out the 7th position. Okay. And you don't have to be all over the place on this one. You pick, that's my home base right there because I know I'm just kind of working from that, going down, coming back up to that, getting that diatonic scale worked in there. So mix those two things up, the major pentatonic and the G major scale. And then the last part is just some of these. I'm going to put these 4 diagrams up right here. They're triads, for each one of the chords in the progression, but they're just up in a higher register. So you got that G. Okay. Take note of the number that says what fret it's on there, right? You're probably used to that by now. And then A minor. And then just that C and that D are pretty recognizable, right? There's parts of that. Now, the action around those is, first of all, you can just use them for melody lines, and you can do that by looking at like the notes, for each one, the note that's on each one of the strings, like the high string. Okay. So some of the little riffing that's going on there is mostly between the two highest strings, right? So you bar that one off and then hammer 2 doors up on the B string. Use your ears as well as your eyes for this part. Okay. So you're hammering up to that G. You're making part of that. That's a little G triad. I didn't draw that one out, but that's kind of what I was doing, right? Those 2 notes are also right here. There's a nice little lick that you can throw in there for G. And then the A minor. Same thing, 2 doors down, because now the third's flatted. Just mess around with it. And then these, you can just kind of hammer, right? And I might have done a little bit down here, like a little slide action on the bar chords. That's another, kind of idea. Don't try to take on too much at once. But remember, your 3 buckets, right? So you put your track on. Here's your routine on this. Warm up with the chords. Do a little major pentatonic. Put in a little G major. Mix that dirty stuff back in. All right. Not about copying the licks that you just saw. If there's certain ones that you really like, you can go back and dig them out. But use the methodology. Okay, right? Work out of your buckets. It'll make more sense that way, and you just keep working it out. Stay in home base. Find an area that you feel comfortable with, and really relax and settle into it. Let me know how it goes. I'll talk to you soon.